Alrighty, welcome to the Foundry tutorial. If you're watching this video, you're probably one of my players. With that all said, on the Discord, under Foundry login, there's a link. You will click said link. The link will bring you to another screen on your browser. It should look like this. This is what it should come to. However, if the server's not online, it will bring you to something like this, where this in the center of the screen, it will show it that the server is starting. Give it a few minutes and it will start up. But assuming that it is already up, you will see the screen. This is a drop down menu. You will choose your character name, then you'll input your password, and then click login. Give it a few minutes, be patient. It's doing a lot of stuff in the background. However, once you are in Foundry looks something like this. Alright, let's start with the simple things. Over here on the top right, you can see my mouse, cool. This is the chat messages. This will, any rolling, typing, it'll all pop it there. Any dice rolls there. Public role means anyone can see it. Private means only you and I can see it. Do not use this one ever. Self-roll means only you can use it. Also, don't use that one. These are some of the dice. So if I ask you to just roll a d10, d20, whatever, to click that, roll, you can also just type /1d20, 34 in this case. Boom, and it'll do that. Click the number, it drops down, you see what you actually rolled. That is the chat bar. Over here is the combat encounters. It has a split between the rolling and whatever encounter creatures, the encounter order. You can always move this up and down to adjust it however you like it to fit your screen. Over here is the actors. You'll only see the actors that you can actually see, that you have control over. Items, journal. You can create a journal entry and start taking notes. That is one option for notes. Another option is over here on the right side. Just click these little 3 lines, and that is easy notes. You just typey. You can close it. There is no saving. There's no save needed. It automatically saves. Okay, over here is the playlist. These control your personal volume, so you can adjust them however you need to. If I am using music, I don't always. Game settings. Okay, you can always configure your settings. Those are tons of settings for different mods, etc. There is a dice mod, Dice So Nice. You can actually customize what you want your dice to look like. Different colors, materials, etc. You can play with that. It's entirely up to you. That is a login, but you don't really need that. You won't need that. You can view active modules, also not necessary. This is part of the reason why Foundry takes a moment to start up. But yeah. Okay, that's that. Over here on your left side is your token control. For some reason, you cannot click your character. Let me just go. Oh, let me go open up my other thing. Okay. Well, we'll get to that in a second because I can't throw. Can I throw my person on here? No, I can't. Okay, gotta wait for my other screen to actually log into Foundry. Meanwhile, press C. Okay, cool. If you press C on your keyboard, you can actually bring up your current character. Actions is kind of all your actions. You don't have to use actions. You use inventory, spell book, all these other things. But I'm just gonna go over this at the top. This is where your experience will be. If I'm using experience, it will automatically be added. Never touch this, please. If you ever get temporary hit points, you just type whatever your temporary is. If your maximum increases, you just increase the max. So like if you got increased by 5 maximum, it should now be 5. And I think that's how that should work. You can click short rest, long rest. This actually sometimes works, sometimes does not work. Sometimes I have to actually prompt you guys to do that. But obviously, if you just need I'm low on health, you can roll individually as many as you want. Boom. There we go. Oh yes. Okay. So the maximum hit points. That is how it works. You can roll as many, and once you are done with rolling, you just click Finish Short Rest, and over here, you have completed a short rest. Long rest is this long rest is a little bit different. If you choose to, if you're doing a long rest, you can undo this. Don't do that. It's entirely up to you. And click Next Step. Um, in this case, we are doing a food and water tracking. So, say your rations, you click this little plus button that adds it. Your water, you can add that. Now you can click Finish Long Rest. If this thing is grayed out, like there's an X that would not let you click Finish Long Rest, I would like you to click this again and attempt it again. Boom, boom. And if that does not work, please let me know, and I will have to do it for you. Is that thing up there yet? It is. Okay, perfect. Let me... who am I? Controlling Valdo's copy. Gotcha. Boom. Alrighty, and close that browser. Cool. Over here, as you can see, there is a token on the ground. You can control him. It automatically measures. I'll go over that in a second. You can just double click him, and it will... Bad example. If you double click him, it opens up the character sheets, and that only works for the characters that you have access to. Up here is your armor class. It is your spell DC, your current movement speed, your initiative. Okay. Okay, so for rolling, say we need to do a strength saving throw. There is no saving throws or any of that here. You click the word strength. This will pop up. Now you click saving throw. It will roll. You will see the result in here. For say you roll it and I say disadvantage and you forgot to tell it to do disadvantage, which you just go over here, see the little arrow, you click that, it'll automatically do this, and bam, there we go, disadvantage. That same thing will go with advantage of doing the arrows pointing up. Alternatively, say we're going to do an acrobatics check. For this example, what we want to do advantage, we hold the shift key, we click acrobatics. It will automatically roll with advantage. For disadvantage, you hold control, boom, same thing. The ability checks are also under when you click strength or dexterity, constitution, etc. These are all your skills. Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, you can actually, when you get inspiration, you just click plus on the inspiration. I do have inspiration stacking, so you can actually get a bunch of inspiration. In the event you are doing death saving throws, you just go over to your sheet on attributes and click death saves. And it will yell at you if your health is not at 0. But it will automatically hide your roll from all the players. Only me and you will know your death saves. I have house rules to ensure that you cannot share what you rolled, otherwise there are penalties. It's one of my strictest rules that I strictly enforce. But essentially, that is everything under. Oh, yeah. If you're playing, say, this example, playing cards, and like, all right, cool, give me a playing card check. You just click the word playing cards, and boom, it rolls the dice. Yeah, okay, that's that. Now we go into inventory. This is where all your stuff is. This little button that looks like a shield, it means equipped. If you unequip it, it means it's not equipped. As you can see, the armor class is affected by it. That same thing goes with weapons, your backpacks, consumables. For backpacks, you can actually, if you click that, boom, there's nothing there. If you click this, it pops in the dice. Oh yeah, look, that and that just pops up. Nothing happens. To actually go into the backpack, you gotta click this little check box, and it will actually show you what's inside it. Then you can actually just drag and drop. Say, and you can actually click this button, and you can actually just transfer all your money over here. Boom. Instead of actually doing the numbers, please don't do the numbers. Just do this. It makes it so much easier. I think there is a convert. Okay, let's try this. Just this. This should not work. Yeah, this does not work, fortunately, because I have my own thing that I do. Um, for attacking, you can do. You can go into your inventory and just click that. Click the dagger. Same thing. Shift, disadvantage, etc., etc. Or you can just go to actions and do the same thing. It's entirely up to you how you wish to do it. For spellbook, um, you can see how many slots you have. Yeah, how many spell slots you have, and what level they are. You just click that. It'll automatically detract your spell slot. This will pop up. So, cloud of daggers. Okay. Yeah. So always consume spell slot unless I say otherwise. Concentration. Place measure trap. So you would cast a spell. This is cloud of daggers. You can choose whatever. Okay. Cloud of daggers. Okay. People will see this and be like, oh yeah, I can get so much bigger area. No, that's not how the spell works. It is 1 5-foot square. So it has to be in like this. Okay. Because if you do this, no, this person will not be getting hit by this because it's not doing what the spell says. Please choose a square. I'm not going to have this argument with people again. But it does have a little animation when you use it. Oh, let's see. If I cast shield, yeah, sure. Nah, it did nothing. Interesting. Okay, let's see. I click that, then click shield. Yeah. Just do it anyway. Oh, right. I can't do it because I don't have the access. Okay, there's no animation for shield. Interesting. Okay, that is okay. Under effects, you can actually see where your effects are. So, like, when your spell ends, please just go over here and click the trash can button. Otherwise, when you take, let's say, go over here. If you take damage, take a point of damage. This will pop up for a concentration check, even though you're no longer concentrating on the fucking spell. You will still have to do this. You don't have to do this because you're not concentrating on the spell, but it's annoying and it's distracting. If you just click that, boom, problem goes away. However, you do see how the animation is still up. So to get rid of that, you just click on this little measurement tool, click that, and you just press delete. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep. And now you can see how I can't click the character. This will happen often. You gotta go back over here and click the little person, then click select token. Then bam, problem solved. For movement. Alright, your movement speed is green. That is good. Once it turns yellow, yellow means you are now dashing. Once it turns red, that means you're in the red mark. That means you have gone past your maximum speed. So this is normal movement speed. Dash. Movement speed. Dash. This character currently has 20 feet of movement because it is encumbered. Okay, so that was the character sheet. Alternatively, oh wait, nope, I got one more thing. Where is it? Initiative. So when it's time to roll initiative, I will say go ahead and roll initiative. You can have your character sheet open, click the word initiative, roll. It will yell at you if I have not actually started a combat, but let me go actually start a combat. Let me go grab this guy. Boom. Boom. Cool, perfect. Boom. Alright. Back over here. Alright, so that guy's now on the field. Now I click initiative. Go ahead and roll. Boom. See, now it's in initiative. You can click that way. That is one way to do clicking initiative. Alternatively, you can just right click here and click this little sword button right there. Yeah, you click the sword buttons, that will do that. Alternatively to your character sheet, you can actually just use some of your spells down here. You just click that. It does the same thing. Same thing up top here. You can scroll through all your different stuff that you can do. That's also when you just right click. If you want to, okay, yeah, all the effects. Say you get an effect on you, you can do this, or I can do this for you. If you see, like, say for blind, there are two blinded, always choose the furthest one. This one actually will it'll screw with your character. Well, can't really tell because there's really nothing on the background. Yeah, because vision's actually turned off. So this is a bad example, but this will be blinded. And it will actually remember, it should remember all the stuff that you do. Let's see, is there a better one? Is there a better one? Okay, if you click unconscious because you have gone no my bad incapacitated. If you've gotten incapacitated, it will not do what I thought it did. Huh? There it is. Once you get unconscious, you get all the control, all the conditions, and over here and here in the chat box, it will tell you everything what each of them means. Yeah. Okay. To to attack, say this is the enemy. You hover your mouse over the person. You can actually just press T on the keyboard. Then and say let's do an Eldritch Blast. Boom, you get animations. You do an unarmed strike. You get a punch. You do a dagger. You get a knife. These are all animations. That's how you target, and I will also know who you're targeting when you do that. Makes my life a lot easier. That is how you target. To untarget, just do the same thing, press T. To target multiple people, you can just do that. Oh my god. Target multiple people, you hold shift, then T, and T on both the targets, wherever your mouse is. Another alternative to your how to roll besides that thing here and the character sheet, you can go over just right here where it says inventory, features, attributes. Just click that and bam, same things, all the stuff. It's all there. That's one way. Another way is you just press E on your keyboard and this little bar will pop up. This one's a little bit helpful. I don't know. Is it more helpful? Oh, okay. Interesting. If you just right click on this guy over here, then it pops up the description of the stuff. That's kind of cool. Yeah, right. Okay, so on here you actually just got to click that. Then you just got to click the little dice button to actually use the stuff. Gotcha. Okay. Also, if you cannot see, you click this little button to activate a torch, and the light will actually show up around you. This is you just cannot see on this map, unfortunately. Let me go switch to it. Let me switch to that different map. Let's go here, activate. I'm gonna go right here and grab Baldo's copy and throw you in the field and grab another person. Yeah, there we go. Boom. And we go back to here. Okay. Okay, so we turned the light on. Now it kind of lit up. Yeah, kind of lit up. Say conditions. You are now blinded. Aha, you are now blinded. You cannot see shit. Yeah. Okay, that is weird. You shouldn't be able to see any of that stuff. Weird. Yeah, but that's the conditions. I usually do all this stuff, but if yeah. Okay, so that's the character sheet. What is left? Well, yeah, roll initiative. Character sheet, roll initiative. I feel like this is it. I don't think there's anything more to Foundry that that you need to know. Oh, the most obvious one is this one. The one that's on the bottom of the screen. This guy. You can, when you have your person selected, it'll show your health, blah, blah, blah. If, say, you take 10 points of damage, you press 10, you can either press the red arrow button, or you just press enter. And it automatically assumes you're doing damage, so if you want to give it 10 health, you do plus 10, boom. Or you can just do 10 and that. You click that one, haha. You are now doing the death save, so when you do your death saves, under attributes, death save, it actually keeps track. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Until result. There we go. It died. Haha. Um, yeah, I think that's really it. I'm sure there'll be other things it'll that'll come up during the game, but otherwise, this is pretty much the tutorial. I don't know anything off the top of my head that you guys need to know, but this is it.